Hello everyone, this is Tony Chavez with FSE 100, the online class. This is the circuit for the Fertabot. Basically the steps that this robot is going to take is it's going to keep taking rights all the way until it reaches the middle where it will shut off. I had to change the algorithm from the original approach due to a few sensors being in Arduino that isn't in Tinkercad, so I had to change those sensors and the algorithm had to change a little bit. So for the code, this first portion has a bunch of variables that were used all throughout the program, and they're used in the functions, and they're also used for the different wires that are in the circuit. Next thing we have up is we have a bunch of functions that are used all throughout the program in order to make the robot do what it needs to do in order for the fertilizer to have distribution throughout the whole area. The first function is the check distance function. It takes a trigger and it takes an echo, and those are red, and this gives the distance for the 4 different sensors that are around the robot. The next function we have is the go forward. It engages 4 motors. As you can see, there are 6 motors throughout the circuit, but 4 are utilized in order for the go forward function to work. The next function we have is a turn left function. This only engages 1 motor in order for the robot to turn left around an object or to turn when it sees a wall. The next function we have is a stop function. As soon as this robot is in the middle of the area, it uses this stop function in order for it to just stop the robot completely, because it has already done all of its tasks. This function wasn't used, but it was going to be used in the original algorithm. Moving on, the next function we have is a turn right function. This just engages the one motor in order to turn in the opposite direction of the left. Another function we have is the go around function. Whenever something's in the path of this robot, it is going to use this function in order to go around it and resume from the spot that it originally was at before having to go around. Next function we have is a reverse, just in case there are objects in our way. This reverse function is also used in the go around function and can be used in pretty much any function throughout the robot. Next up we have is the setup. This is only ran once. This is engaging all of the different wires to and from the Arduino in order to make this circuit function correctly. Next we have a loop. This loop is ran continuously until it ends up at that stopping point. Right here in this first portion, it is checking all the distances and the temperatures before it makes its next move, and then it will go through these different if statements, and depending on the case, it's going to use that if statement in order to know what to do when that time comes. This if statement is, if it's in the middle, it's always checking. If it's in the middle, it's going to stop. This is an if statement that if it's approaching a sidewalk, it's going to do its first turn right and just continue on. This would also be when the fertilizer distribution wire would be turned on. This if statement is for if there's an object in the way, it's going to go around it. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going forward. This last function is a count function. When the count reaches 4, it's going to just keep decreasing the area and turn. That's it. Thank you.